I'm Claudine Wong, joining you from KTVU in the San
I'm Claudia.
Francisco Bay Area, and I am joined now by Amelia and Dalia Ceja, who are with Ceja Vineyards. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us, Claudine. We're so excited to be here. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. I always love talking to you guys. You guys are the dynamic duo. You guys are always very busy and really have had to kind of rethink life in these coronavirus days. True?
Yes, we decided that we were going to share everything that is so meaningful to us, which is not only wine, but also food and authentic Mexican food. So nearly 6 weeks ago, we started Taco Tuesday Vino y Más, Wine and More. And today, it just happens to fall on Cinco de Mayo, so we can't wait to share this festive occasion, very colorful, that I'm sure Dalia is going to decorate with today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Here's a picture really of you guys, and I want to talk about the two of you too. You guys are a mother-daughter partnership. I know people love to refer to you guys as the dynamic duo. And how much of putting your heads together and trying to figure out how you get through this has there been in the last several weeks here?
My goodness. Well, my mamacita and I, we work very closely together. And honestly, this has been such a fun marketing opportunity for her and I to get together as, you know, the next gen, and my mama being president, founder, and owner of Ceja Vineyards, to really get creative to promote Ceja Vineyards on a national platform and to invite the world to participate and learn about our Mexican culture intertwined with our passions of cooking, you know, Ceja wine, and hospitality here in wine country, Napa and Sonoma Valley.
Because your guys' story, and I've talked to you guys before, and Amelia, I mean, the story of this vineyard is all about family. It's all about dreams. It's all about, you know, working together and never giving up on those dreams, right?
It's, yes, it's been a journey from arrival from Mexico in the Napa Valley in the late 60s as children, having started working in the vineyards, and now having one of the most respected wine labels in the country. And it's been because of a collective effort of our entire family and a very creative way of showcasing single vineyards, vineyard wines from both Napa and Sonoma to really change the narrative about wine with food. We love Mexican cuisine, and we feel very strongly that there's room at the table for wine regardless of what the menu is.
Yes, and really it's an exploration of pairing, and maybe pairings that people didn't think about initially, if they've always loved wine or if they've always loved, you know, Mexican food but never were wine drinkers before. Now it's like this beautiful marriage. We're looking at this picture of Cinco de Mayo. It seems like the perfect day, right? Great food,
the
great
perfect
wine.
day.
Yes, and a great way to kind of, if people haven't had this pairing before, to be introduced to how, you know, scrumptious and yummy and great for your palate this can be.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it happens to fall on a Taco Tuesday. So our Ceja Vineyards Taco Tuesday Vino y Más doesn't just explore tacos, but it explores a variety of authentic Mexican cuisine paired with our style of wine. So it's educational, it's entertaining, and it's engaging to our audience.
Yeah, tell me about like the perfect wine for because you guys obviously have a lot of different kinds of wines that you make. What is the perfect Cinco de Mayo wine with the perfect meal? I mean, when you guys designed it in your head saying, what are we going to eat? We have the choice. You love to cook.
Well, yes, being that the most traditional tacos are made with beef protein, so we are making carne asada, and we're also grilling a few steaks and then thinly slicing them. So Cabernet Sauvignon is a perfect pairing with any red meat protein. And we're also going to be grilling some veggies, and as well as, of course, our famous guacamole. And all of that is going to marry so perfect with our Ceja Vineyards single vineyard Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon, which is produced from 100% Cabernet grapes. We don't blend any of the other Bordeaux varietals, but the tannins are so silky smooth, has great acidity that will really pair well with all of the accoutrements to the carne asada.
Yeah, and the carne asada. Do you find that people are surprised that they'll take a drink of wine and say, I've never had it with carne asada, and it is something that is new to them?
I still remember when years ago I was interviewed and I was asked what was my favorite pairing with Cabernet Sauvignon, and I said beans, and it almost, I mean, floored the interviewer. And why? But why do beans pair well with Cabernet? Because beans combined with a corn tortilla, it has all of the essential amino acids for a perfect protein. And Cabernet Sauvignon pairs well with protein. So we're having beans as well today too, with longaniza added to them.
So I think there's, that old traditional, the winery is a very, wine industry is a very old traditional business. But Dahlia, do you find that young people too are very open as well to saying, hey, we're not surprised. we've been ready to try wine with as many different things as we can.
Absolutely. As a millennial in the wine industry and working within my family-owned business, it's been really refreshing to engage the younger audience and to invite them to explore wines on a different level and to make wine not to be intimidated over. And for us, we want to invite the entire community from every generation to expand on that topic specifically. So it's been so fun, especially engaging through social media marketing and utilizing all of our platforms to reach such a diverse community around the world who's passionate about wine, food, fiestas, travel, hospitality.
Yeah, and family.
Amazing. Let me pull up this video so we can watch. This is one of your Taco Tuesdays and you guys are cooking together. I'm curious to see, when I was watching this video before and really enjoying the interaction between you guys is fantastic, because it is, I think cooking is done with so much love and personality though, right? And you guys have different personalities when you cook. At least that's what I could see from this video.
Oh yes. Well, as I like to say, my mama is the expert chef in the house. I love to eat more than I love to cook, but no, I am her sous chef. So she guides me through some of the most wonderful recipes that she's created. And I've been cooking alongside my mama since I was a young kid. And so for us, we just have so much fun with it. And we want to invite people into our home, making it really personal and relatable to everybody cooking with their families, especially during these challenging times during shelter in place. So a fun way for families can unite together and cook.
Yes, because wine and food are both universal languages. And this is a way that we can, on a very, very warm and loving way, show our love for each other.
Yes, and in terms of what Cinco de Mayo means in the vibe of what you want, in terms of the family coming together, the wine you drink, the food, the appreciation, what do you want to get out of that meal when you leave the table, besides a full stomach and some great wine and an empty glass?
Well, great conversations I always share in the kitchen. And it's a moment that we can just like step back and hear how everyone's day was. And it sort of slows time as well. I really actually have been enjoying being able to prepare these amazing meals during this COVID-19 pandemic with our family members that are sheltering in place together. So just sitting around the table and listening to each other in real time, it's been very, very important. We've learned more things about each other and what we really enjoy about hanging out together. And then some of the little quirky moments that we figure out, oh my gosh, this is the time that we really need to come together and understand each other.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Do you think, and Dahlia, you touched on this a little bit in terms of how your reach is. I mean, I've been lucky enough to visit you guys at your vineyard, which is gorgeous, and that in-person experience is obviously um, the ideal. But being able to reach out, and because people don't have the in-person option, and they only have this virtual option, it does open people more up to, instead of waiting for the in-person option, they're visiting sites, they're watching more, they have maybe a little more time to cook with you and to take your virtual tours.
Absolutely. And for us at Ceja Vineyards, it's again about bringing that fun, creative innovation through technology. And right now, people are asking, like, where can we buy your wines? Where can we support the little guys, the small family-owned businesses? Well, directly through our website. So that's been an amazing resource for us to be able to sell wines through that specific platform and to engage and to share our recipes. So you can find all of our recipes directly through our website as well, cejavineyards.com. And to buy wine right now, we currently have offers and discounts on shipping and wine. So please do check out our website directly or give us a call at our administrative offices to learn more information. And for those locals who are interested, we offer curbside pickup. So that has been so wonderful for us to be able to still sell our wines in that local platform.
Yeah, I think it's been a different way to imagine businesses, and maybe just put more emphasis on the online as opposed to the in-person than we used to. What are you guys making right here, by the way? I'm fascinated, and I'm taking a look at this, and I know that you guys have a lot of stuff that you grow, in your garden. Are a lot of these, what you are making, would you consider it difficult or easy? Do you try to stick to fairly simple recipes?
This is a very easy recipe, and it's really my comfort food every day. It's actually chilaquiles, which is a Nahuatl word that from the Aztecs from central Mexico, that of using day-old tortillas and pretty much bringing out everything you have left over from the day before and putting it together. I like to add eggs just to make it a little bit heartier and add more protein, but it's basically tortilla chips with a fabulous salsa, and I did use my tomatoes that we jarred last summer from our organic garden here near our house. And then sometimes you can add longaniza, which is Mexican sausage, or any other protein you have left over, chicken, anything, veggies, but it is addictive. And you can add on, you should have it for breakfast, lunch, and or dinner, because it's delicious all day long.
Yes, that's what we do that's what we do in my house. That is the version of fried rice. We take everything out of the refrigerator, and we're like, we meant to do that. It tastes awesome, and it's really fun to watch you cook. Dahlia, I think I interrupted you as you were about to start saying something.
Oh, no, I was just about to elaborate a little bit more that our recipes are very easy, and most of the ingredients you can find at your local supermarket, Instacart. You can have most of the items, especially the specialty like Mexican cheeses, certain chiles that we use within our recipes, at the local stores, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Safeway. So it's very accessible. We want to make our cooking videos very accessible to everyone.
Are you finding new customers coming to you saying, I didn't know you guys before, I've watched your videos, I've been, on the internet and keeping busy and checking in with wine, and you're finding new people that are being introduced to Ceja?
We have, and it's been really fun to meet so many different fans and friends near and far that share our same passions, and for us, again, intertwining wine, food, familia, fiestas, and it's been really awesome for people to get to know us on that level, and for us to share our enthusiasm and to educate people about authentic Mexican cuisine paired with our style of estate balanced wines from Napa and Sonoma Valley.
Yeah,
I
it's
want
a
to
good
add that
thing.
we've actually had guests from Canada, Mexico participate in our Taco Tuesday Vino y Más. And then our guests can ask questions as well in real time. So it's been really fun to hear questions, not only where to find ingredients, but also like little tips, tricks. And I want to echo what you said about fried rice because it's also a staple in our home. And because I love, as much as I love Mexican cuisine, uh, Asian cuisine is on the same level.
Oh,
And
perfect.
and being
It's
introduced
true.
to new ingredients when I moved up here, I've sort of incorporated this Mex-Asian um, like mixture of ingredients from both Mexican and Asian cuisine that now we've created a new cuisine, innovative cuisine, Mex-Asian, and it is lovely. We just made some fantastic rice, fried rice that use some Mexican ingredients, and of course with sambal, soy sauce, ginger, scallions. Oh my God, it was superb as
Oh,
well.
these
And with
interviews
wine,
make me so hungry, Amelia. That it's so by the end of it, I'm like, wait, I'm starving, and I'm starving for great food. Are you guys surviving? I mean, you guys are always so positive, always innovative, and trying to figure out different ways to reach people. But obviously, this has been a tough time. And as an industry, do you think, in the Sonoma and Napa Valleys and all the wineries that we know and love coming together, and how are you guys weathering this?
well, I am very honored to have been selected by Governor Newsom to be appointed to the Business and Jobs Recovery Task Force. So this happened over 3 weeks ago. So I've been on virtual Zoom meetings pretty much since then with this most creative, brilliant task force. And we are going to be releasing soon the Institute guidelines for once all of the wine country and hospitality is allowed to be reopened, so that we follow very strict guidelines to protect the workers, the hospitality workers, and keep them safe and healthy, as well as future guests that will be visiting us. So, like Johns Hopkins University and a lot of legal eagles are part of the team that are helping our entire wine industry to put together these guidelines. So once they're in place, pretty much the entire wine industry is going to follow them. And it is to prevent the spread of this virus and to keep everyone safe, at the same time being able to participate and come back and join us in these magical places so we can share everything that we love, which is wine with all of our wine fans near and far.
Well, and my last comment on that was similar to when wine country went through the earthquake and then the fires. Now the pandemic, the hashtag here is wine country strong, and we are small, but we are mighty. So it's been really awesome to see the wine industry as a collective group come together, join forces, and to support each other.
Yes, I mean, it is true. You guys are a family that is woven into the fabric as an industry, into everything we love about the Bay Area, and specifically the wine country of the Bay Area. So thank you for weathering this. I am hoping that when we get back to normal, or first get to the guidelines, then get back to some semblance of normal, then get to the normal that maybe we once knew a long time ago, where we could all stand closer at the bar and have our glass of wine, that there will also be the many great things that we take away from this, reaching out to each other across the world, online, sharing that great food and that great wine together. I appreciate always talking to you both. Such a dynamic too, you two are, and always inspiring. So happy Cinco de Mayo to you guys.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. Thank you so much for having us on, Claudine. We miss you. Nuestra casa, su casa. So we look forward to hosting you back at Casa Sea.
Yes, muchas gracias, Claudine, and best wishes for a lovely day with your family. And then Feliz Dia de las Madres. This year it falls Mexican Mother's Day and Mother's Day here in the United States falls on the same day on next Sunday, May 10th.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mama's Day.
Gracias.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. Yes. And I'm sure you will have great wine and great food on Mother's Day as well.
Thank you.
Always. Yes. Thank you. All right. And you can find more on Coronavirus Now. We have plenty of more interviews posted there. So thanks so much for joining us.